Hey, 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 good morning, good morning, good morning, good people, good morning, good morning. Okay, so my audio been tripping, so I'm gonna check while I'm waiting on some people to come in and see how my audio sounds. If I can hear myself. Yep. While I'm waiting on some people to come. I can hear myself. Okay. So hopefully you all can hear me too. God bless you. God bless you this morning for coming in. Hey, hey, hey. It's your girl, Bridget Brown Jackson. I am the behavior wealth strategist. I love talking all things behavior because I don't want anything stopping you from losing your wealth. And when I speak of wealth, I'm not talking about just financial wealth. I'm talking about in relationships. I'm talking about on your job performance. I'm talking about in your purpose, fulfilling your purpose in life. I don't want you to lose any of the things that God has said that you have to do. And so I talk all things behavior. My clientele includes women that really understand and want to know more about their superpower, how to activate it, how to close any gaps that they are having in their life so they can live life to the fullest, right? So they can understand how powerful they are. Now, we're going to talk about that right now. I'm going to come back to that in a minute, but I want you to know how powerful you are because you fit in a piece of a puzzle. Now, if you happen to be a man and you're watching this, hey, don't tune it off because what I say can apply to you too as well. But share this with other people that you know that absolutely need a blessing today, right? All right. So again, my name is Bridget Brown Jackson. I have spent almost 30 years learning how to really actuate being powerful, right? Also living in my full purpose and being that piece of the puzzle that God designed me to be. And so this week we've been talking about that puzzle piece. This week we've been talking about the puzzle, and we're going to continue talking about that. Okay. So a couple things that I need from you. I need from you, if you're watching this, I need you to type, hey, hey, hey. Hey, y'all can say, hey, girl, hey, y'all can say, hey, Bridget. But say something. Say good morning. Say something. If you're watching this later on, say good afternoon, good evening, but say something. But talk back to your girl, because I love being talked back to, right? And so I want you to do that for me this morning. All right. Also, as well, I would love to be able to bless you. So if you would love to join my text messaging community where I share helpful information for people to realize their lives, especially again, as I said, my clientele include women of all caliber, but especially the women that are stumbling upon some things. You got some success, but you want more success. Hey, hit your girl up. 810-321-5365. So today, again, as I said, we're going to talk about that puzzle piece. We're going to talk about you making sure that you are fitting in the puzzle that God has designed. God has a masterpiece in this world, and all of us uniquely fit, right? I'm not going to go into the 4 different personalities today because I spent 2 days this week talking about that. So if you are watching this live, then go back and watch those. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, if you comment and say, Bridget, can you share some information with me? I can share that information with you more as well. If you'd like to check me out, you can go to bridgetbrownjackson.com and find out more information. Okay. So let me share something with you. I've been telling you all that I am been kind of, you know, my mood. I have to watch my mood because my father and I celebrated our birthdays 4 days apart, right? And so this is me almost 6 years ago. And so for my 50th birthday, I threw a big 50th celebration, right? Okay, y'all can go ahead and say it. Let me come closer for a minute. See, I can see that. 50 where? And that was 6 years ago. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let me get back to this story. And so my dad and I celebrated our birthday 4 days apart. And he passed away a couple months ago. And my emotions have been all over the place because I'm like, I don't have my dad to celebrate this year. So I was like, okay, today, Bridget, come on. You're going to bring him on with you. You're going to celebrate. You're going to let other people help you celebrate. So if you're seeing this, even if you're watching this in replay, I need you to clap back at me. I need you to tap in. I need you to say, Bridget, let's celebrate, honor your dad. Okay. Why am I talking about this? It's because when I was a little girl, I didn't feel like I fit. in the puzzle. And it's crazy because I had two loving, endearing parents. I had amazing grandparents. I had absolute amazing other relatives, aunties, uncles, cousins, and I had a big old family, y'all. My mother's side of the family, it was 18. She had 18. She had 17 siblings, right? 16 of them survived adulthood. And so I had a giant family. So love was all around me, but I didn't feel like I fit the piece of the puzzle, right? Even to the point where I tried to take my life in my 20s. Do y'all hear me? I tried to take my life in my 20s. But here's what happened. I woke up one day and discovered I was powerful, right? And it came with my mother sharing a story with me about how powerful I was. And so in my book, the reason I'm showing this because in my book, I was listening to my own self last night. Let me give y'all a little tip. This is something that my mentor, Dr. Eric Thomas. Here you go. He has his book that just came out this week. He has multiple books, but this one, Ramden Publish House, is published this one in. It's absolutely magnificent. You go get it if you don't have it. But this is what Dr. Eric Thomas told me and a group of us coaches one day on a call. He said, for a week, I need you not to listen to anybody else. And I need you just to hear your voice, okay? Don't go out there. Don't listen to YouTube. Don't do anything. Just listen to you. And so every now and then, I still do that. So you know what I did last night? I listened to my excerpt of because I have an Audible of my own book, right? It's not on Audible yet. It needs to get there. That's the goal of this year, is for it to be on Audible, but it's out. It's out you can get it in paperback form, right? And you can buy it anywhere. But here's the point that I'm trying to make. I listened to my chapter 1 last night. And if you want it, I have a free audio of chapter 1 and a PDF of chapter 1. So if you want that, if you type in there, send that to me, Bridget, or text 810-321-5365 and you say book. Just type in book. I will send it to you, okay? So type the word book, okay? I'm putting it up on the screen so you can see it. So type the word book. If you type the word book, I can send that to you. But anyways, I was listening to myself, right? And man, that chapter 1, if I must say, let me come so y'all can see my eyeballs. It's powerful. And I'm not saying it because I wrote it. I was like, wow. As I listened to my book and and not compare like that, but I compare myself to listening to the stuff that I used to listen to when I was a teacher. And when I started this route of what I wanted to do, right? Jack Canfield, John Maxwell, Stephen Covey, and then now the people that I listen to now, Lisa Nichols, Eric Thomas. I was like, oh, girl, that book sound like something that they could have created. I now know my piece of the puzzle. Now, I'll be honest with y'all. I have limiting beliefs at times. We all do. I just told y'all. Lisa Nichols, if y'all don't know who she is, go look her up. She's a worldwide phenomenon. Okay? She's one of my coaches. And when I heard her say, I still kind of get scared. I'm like, scared? She's running a multi-million-dollar organization. And wait a minute, that ain't even it. Y'all know y'all can buy her stuff. She has stock on Wall Street. A little girl that grew up in Compton, in LA, that was on welfare and got herself off. Yes, she understood that she was a piece of the puzzle. I need everybody on here today to understand that you are a piece of God's puzzle. God needs you, and God wants to show you how to use your gift in a way that you've never used your gift before. And so for 21 years, I didn't write my book, y'all. And then one day I sat down and wrote my book. Why? Because Lisa Nichols was in my ear. I was doing the coaching with her at the time for speaking. And she was like, look, y'all got to get a book out there too. And I had already written my children's book. I had 2 children's books that I had published, but I still was playing it small with my book. And I sat down, I wrote the book. Can I tell y'all a secret? Can I tell y'all a secret? Let me come closer. Let me tell y'all the secret. Guess what? I wrote the book And it came out within 6 months. I wrote the book in 90 days. And here's the thing, I was able to sell books and I wasn't even finished with the book. So I need you to open up yourself and make sure you are living out the piece of the puzzle that God has for you. Now, people have read my book. My book is in other countries, y'all. I love when I hear people say different things. And then not only that, I have a podcast that's called that. And so that's why I actually named this today. My podcast that came out yesterday, it was entitled I Matter. And so you matter. You matter. You matter. You matter. You matter. Are you showing up every day like you matter? Are you learning more about you every day that you matter? Do you realize that you owe you? You matter. I'm telling y'all, get that book right there. You owe you if you have not already done so. You're not doing me a favor, but I promise you, you're going to do yourself a favor. Eric Thomas's story is phenomenal. From eating out of trash cans to commanding $100,000 for a keynote, $200,000 for a keynote. And I'm not talking about no hours. Did you hear me say keynote? So I'm talking about an hour. Why? Because he understood how his puzzle piece fit in the world. I need you to not lose any of your wealth, whether it's financial, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in that unmet dream that you have not done. I need you to do it. I need you to do it. I need you to do it because you are an important piece of the puzzle. Now, I showed you the picture with my dad. I had a healthy relationship, but I still tried to commit suicide. I had people that loved me, but I still tried to commit suicide. But you know what? I don't even hate on that time because guess what? It's part of my book. It's part of my story. I'm able to tell people that you can champion stuff. Yes, this little old girl that grew up, oh God, not on the rich side with a silver spoon in her mouth. I even dropped out of college and got on welfare. But guess what? This little girl turned out to be a woman who was able to lead organizations and run other people's multi-million-dollar organizations. Do you hear me? One of my schools was almost $7 million budget. Yeah. And I had a lot of autonomy in how to use the money and the things to be able to do. So guess what? You are powerful. You are an amazing piece of the puzzle. And I need you. I need you to walk out and live that reality. Okay? I need you. So I see some people that are typing the comments in the thread. I see some people say they want the book. So again, let me put this up here again. I was saying, if you want the book, you want to get the audio, I absolutely have the audio on a podcast. And so I can send that to you where you can listen to that on there, as well as drop so you can read the PDF version of it. Or you can actually just go to my website and buy the book. BridgetBrownJackson.com, or you can go to Amazon. I didn't come on here today to sell the book, though. I really didn't. I came on here just to share my story, for you to understand we need you. We need you. Somebody is looking for you. And see, here's what happened is I let bitterness stop me from showing up in my inspiration. Okay, so I wasn't going to do this today. Give me a second. Let me pull this up because I wasn't even going to do it. I wasn't even going to do it. But here, I don't want to be remiss. And I want to share this with you all real quick because maybe y'all didn't see this. Maybe y'all don't understand. So I'm a disc trainer. So I train people about their behaviors, right? And so you have people that are D's, their I's, their S's, their C's. So D's are problem driven. And maybe you show up like that, like you the leader. People follow you. You're able to solve a problem. You see something, you like, boop, there you go. You got to do all this talking. Let's just get it done. Let's make it happen. Or maybe you like me. You're very, very inspirational and you motivate other people. People are down and you're like, I'm going to lift you up. I'm going to inspire you. Come on, rah. We can get this done. Or maybe you like my husband. My husband on here, he just called me a queen just a minute ago, y'all. You are on somebody's shoulder. They're faithful and loyal to you to help you to get through the things that you need to get through. Or maybe you just that type that you're very, very cautious and you're very quality driven and you do protocols really, really well. And people depend on you to show the way, the systems on how to do things and do them with excellence, right? No matter what your personality is, it's needed, y'all. It's needed. People need you. People need you. And this is what I need from you today. I need you right now. If this blessed you, if you know that you have other people, not just you, because I still got missing pieces of the puzzles, y'all. I'm still working on this multi-million-dollar organization that I'm building out. I left my job 3 years ago. And can I say this? Let me come off a minute so y'all can see me. It is the scariest adventure I've had in my life. It's the scariest thing that I've ever done. But by all means necessary, like Malcolm said, I'm going to do this thing. Why? Because God has shared with me, even recently, I just had a prophecy. I had a prophecy yesterday, had a prophecy a couple months ago about this thing. But I get scared and I want to quit. And I'll be honest with y'all, I'm grieving. I want my daddy. I want my daddy. My daddy was my sounding board. But guess what I said? He's still here. He's here and he's here. And I'm going to show up as my puzzle piece so that somebody can get what they need from me. I don't plan on leaving, y'all. I don't plan on leaving before I give everything that God has given me to give to you all. So what is that giftedness that you have? And get it. And so I was saying that to say, people that are pieces of the puzzle or that don't know their piece of the puzzle, please share this. And it's not for likes. I promise you it's not for likes. God knows I have a heart for people. I am so altruistic. I have a heart for people. I have a heart for people down to my own fault sometimes. And so that's the piece that I had to get coaches to help me with this business thing because my business was giving everything away. I just tell this real quick, look, 30 seconds. I used to sell Mary Kay, right? I bought and this was back in the 80s, the end of the 80s, early 90s. I bought like $3,000 worth of Mary Kay product. Wow, I only probably made $100. Now, when I bought the product, the $3,000 worth of product should have brought me in almost like double that, So I bought it, you buy it at a discount. I get this stuff. I'm supposed to make some money. I might have made $100 off of that. I was gifting and giving away and giving away and giving away. Right. So I have a fault that I love people. I love people to a fault. And so I promise you, my goal is not just to be in here to get, but I want to give. I want to give. I want somebody to know how powerful they are. So the book is called Powerful Growing You and Unlock Your Purpose. I want you to unlock your purpose and like all of it, because you might be successful and you're like, oh, I like my life. But what if you could do one more thing to take your life to the next level? What if you literally fully understood the piece of the puzzle that you are, and it changed the trajectory not only of your life, but of other people's life? What if you understood even more? And so again, I'm asking you, please, please, please share this with somebody else. Like click that share button, share, like, DM it to somebody. And then do me a favor. I see some people saying good morning. Oh, good morning. Kind of, yeah, I can see that. My baby, one of my daughters that I'm not a mother, but I'm a mother. She said, I'm a D. Yeah, I can see that. Good morning, Crystal. One of my former colleagues, just beautiful. My husband, I love, you know what? I wasn't going to do this today because I've been sharing this on Facebook, on YouTube. I've been doing the YouTube, but I got to do that, y'all. Come on. Look at my baby. I'll tell that story another time. For anybody that's single, I'm telling you, you got a king out there. God said it. You got a purpose. He said we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. And yes, we can. And so I want everybody to know how powerful you are in God. And again, to walk in that power, So again, I didn't do this to sell the book, but if you don't have the book, get my book. I promise you it will bless you. And if it don't, guess what I do? If you send me an email and say, Bridget, I did not like this book, I promise you I'll refund your money. I will give you your money back. Now, how many people do that? And then again, my mentor, You, Dr. Eric Thomas, from sleeping in trash cans to running a multi-million-dollar organization. Do you hear me? You. This is probably the most powerful thing that he's put out. And he has a whole lot of, he has a video, y'all, that has 100 million. I said 100 million. 100 million views. And so he has been really, really phenomenal. But this right here, this work is amazing. His book just dropped this week. If you don't have the book, get the book. Let me tell you about that. I don't get nothing. Like, I have some affiliates that I send to people and stuff like that, and I get paid off of it. I don't even have affiliate with this book. But I want you to have this book in your library. I want you to have this book in your library because you owe you. How will you settle up with the balance of what you owe you? See, I settled up with my balance and I owed me. This book I started 21 years ago, or 22 now. I published it last year in less than 6 months. Do you hear me? So stop procrastinating, stop putting that stuff off, walk out your powerful life. So whatever that is, hit me up, y'all. Hit me up. There's my text, 810-321-5365. I promise you, if you text me, I promise you'll get a text back. But here's the thing. If I can't help you get what you need to get to be the piece of the puzzle that you are in God's kingdom, I promise you, I know I can send you to somebody. I have a whole collection of coaches and business people and just great minds that I network with, like hundreds. And I promise you, I can put you in touch with somebody that can help you. And if I can't and they can, I guarantee you they can. They can help you find somebody else too, because it's all about networking. Okay, so I'm really, really over. Y'all got me all excited. And that man, here he go. Here he go again. He got me all geeked up. I wish his face was on there. I'd be like, hey, boo, hey. So yes. So good morning. Thank you all for joining today. Again, share this with somebody else. If you have not, came onto my campus, go onto my website, BridgetBrownJackson.com. If you /podcast, it'll get you to those podcast episodes too. Listen to my inspirations, especially if you don't have a lot of time. Listen to my Wednesday drops. They're less than 8 minutes. And absolutely, I'm not just saying this, but hey, this is what God told me. He told me I was powerful. And so they are absolutely powerful. I'm going to get out of here, but I got to show this one more time. I'm a daddy's girl. My husband's name is Willie. My dad's name was Willie. I was a daddy's girl. I want to give honor to my dad. His birthday is coming up next week. He's not physically here, but y'all better know that man loved him some Bridget, and I loved me some Willie, but we all called him Barlow. Well, I called him Dad, but everybody called him Barlow. All right, I'm out of here. Again, if you're watching this, you're just tuning in, go back and watch the replay, but also go back and share it with somebody else. Mwah, love you. I just want you to, today is Think About Thursday, so think about it today.